Hey everyone, Brian here. So, I wanted to show you all the power of the deck of stories. I'm going to be walking you all through the 15-minute preparation that I'm going to take, maybe even less, for my game tonight. So, I meet with this group on a regular basis. I have a bit of a 2 week, maybe every week, depends. It really depends on our schedule. Gaming routine. Now for D&D specifically, it's a bi-weekly routine. We still game together and we play a bunch of different things, whether it's like exploding kittens, whether it is, Super Smash, whatever it may be, we still game and play together. So I'm going to be creating, I already chose the 3 cards that I'm going to use. I've only read the lines, but I have not worked out the story because I wanted to show you how easy it would be. Now, again, I really want to mention this is the deck of stories. This is from my friend Jason from Critical Dice. If you haven't checked out his stuff, go and click on the link click on the link for Critical Dice after this video and order a pair actually order some dice, order some decks, order however many you want. It's a really good stocking stuffer, especially with the holidays coming up. So I totally recommend it. But again, let me give you all a backstory about the campaign. The campaign is a homebrew campaign that I've been creating and developing for about a year or two now. This is really my first big homebrew adventure that I'm DMing by myself, no assistance. It's just me creating and putting the thoughts that I've had over my gaming experience onto paper. So they're at the end of tier 1 leveling. What I mean by that is that they're at level 5 and they just had their kind of big moment within the first, tier of their gaming experience, so to speak, in D&D. They're all new D&D players, by the way, too. So let me preference that. So they just defeated the Lord and Lady of the city of Garceau. Garceau is the town where they went to go establish, a political affiliation and trade. However, they find out that the Lord and Lady were vampiric lords and ladies. So being part of this cult that worships this really evil, angry, evil and angry god, and they're a part of this cult. So they just really finished defeating that lord. They captured the lady, and they just got through defeating like the undead and ghouls and everything like that, associated that were coming out and really spawning from the dead. And the party were able to defeat them with the help of some allies and some and some rebels and things like that. It was really cool. It was really epic. Now, like I said, I picked these 3, and I wanted to show you again with the rules. I picked 3 cards. The first card I chose is a tower suddenly appears next to your camp at dawn. Next steps. Is it a coincidence? Who lives there? So instead of camp, I'm going to replace the word with city. A tower suddenly appears next to your city at dawn. Okay. From there, the statue in the town square or city square suddenly comes to life. It says the next steps is this divine action is an attack or distraction. With the first card that I chose, that a tower suddenly appears next to the city, I thought, okay, the statue lights up and starts to activate when the tower is nearby. Meaning, okay, who lives and again, one of the questions, who lives there? Who lives in that tower? And is it a coincidence? So I start to think, okay, someone important lives in that tower, and the statue was created to warn the people or even the Lord and the Lady when that person arrives in their tower. So the coincidence, it's related to the fact that the players just defeated the vampire lord. And I say lord for a specific reason. Because the next card I'm choosing, a trusted NPC is not who they claim. They are a shapeshifter. You know, what was the NPC ever real? Can they be trusted? The following questions. Now, I took this in a different context. I said, normally a trusted NPC, like someone that they loved and respected and cherished, is their guide, maybe their friend or something, and it turns out that they're evil, or that they weren't even real, or even that their friend turns out not to be a pauper but a prince, so to speak, or the rogue, the elf rogue or elf ranger, you know, as she was the traveling companion. It turns out to be that she's like the, you know, most badass of her nation, something like that. That's how I would traditionally think of it. But then I thought, okay, they have the lady of Garceau imprisoned, and they trust that she is like pure evil and all in this crazy other stuff. Well, why is that? So I start to think and kind of start to relate all three. The Lord and the Lady of Garceau were not husband and wife, but brother and sister. The brother, the Lord of Garceau, was a powerful caster, had powerful magic that basically protected the town, specifically his sister, from the person that's in this tower. Now I'm thinking the person that's in this tower is her husband. The brother wanted to protect his sister, so he took her with him, casted these spells, and created this statue and imbued it with magic to warn the Lord and Lady of the presence of this big bad vampire. So therefore, telling the players, yeah, the vampire is still evil because vampires are evil in nature, but there's a bigger, you know, and worse. I don't want to say bigger and badder, even though I just did, but there's a worse evil, and that's not that, like, the you know, the this whole aspect is more of the, okay, a trusted NPC is not who they claim. Well, technically, the players trusted the fact that the vampiric lady is like pure evil, wants to kill him. She doesn't care. She wants to escape her husband. And now that the players killed the Lord, who was keeping the magic alive and sustaining, you know, protecting rather, this town, then this happens. The tower pops up. The statue is what warns them. And the cool thing, the tower now, that's a dungeon. I can now actually have it where the players enter the tower and it's a dungeon crawl. It's not, you know, obviously it's not a dungeon specifically, but it's a dungeon crawl of sorts, where now they can, at, you know, they're level 5, you know, turning level 6 in a little bit. They can just smash monsters. They could just do what they want to do, gain XP and gold and all the good stuff, and it progresses the story a little bit more. And again, it gives the players the opportunity to kind of guide the ship. So again, this video was recorded in under 10 minutes, and most of it was, you know, kind of background story and the 3 cards that I chose from the deck of stories. It's an amazing investment, to be honest with you. And again, I would totally recommend this. So that is what I'm going to roll tonight. I'm going to try to make some more videos about it later. But again, thank you all for this. Thank you, Jason. Keep gaming, y'all.